Today is October the 4th, 2021. You may hear some noise. People are working on the street, so you may hear the machines on and off. The dream this morning, I wake up, I am in a line. I walk up to this line, and actually, I'm racing these people to the left. There's a group of them, like three or four adults, and they're holding a child, 5, 6, 7 years old. They're coming to the left. I'm coming to the right. And I wanted to beat them to this line that's outside this office because I know we only have so much time and it's going to close. And I even looked at my clock in the dream to watch, and it was going to be like we had like an hour and a half. So it was a lot of people in front, like they were Hispanic. Then in front of me was a Caucasian lady, a white lady. Then me, of course, I'm black. And then behind me, the group that I was racing was Hispanic. And so they're standing behind me. And as we're waiting in line, I noticed every now and then the strangest thing. The guy behind me would rest his hand on this shoulder and just have his hand sitting there. And I'm in the dream going, who does that? You don't even know me. And he's talking to these people, and then his hand would go down. And I'm standing there and I'm waiting in line. And I'm just feeling good. We all made it in time. And his hand would go up there again and rest. And I'm like, what is happening? And I'm looking over there holding the girl that's like 5, 6, 7, they're happy people. And his hand would go down. And then just out of nowhere, the place that we had the hour and a half to get in there, they're not accepting anybody else. They're closing. They're not going to help anybody for the day. So all the people that was in front of her, they disappeared. She's still there. I'm here. The people behind me, they're gone because the people said they weren't seeing anybody. They were gone. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm assuming by her still there, she was like, oh no. And she just went walking up in there, and I followed her because I really need help with this issue. So when I go in there, she's talking to someone, and I see this guy standing there that where I used to work. His name was Paul, and he was just standing there. So Paul is just standing there watching me. And so I approached this lady. She's walking by and she's moving fast because she's got to shut this, like she's going to the doors to do things and everything to get ready. And I just opened my mouth to say, and then she was like, yeah, you do this and you do that and all this and then and everything. And I'm like, and then she walks off. And I'm like, I didn't even get to, okay, she knew my situation and just told me this and that, and I was doing this and that, and yeah, and this is the way you do it. And I'm like, and I literally didn't get a chance to say anything. And I'm standing up there really upset with her. So, and then I sit over there and I see Paul still standing there looking at me. So then I go to the left because I need to talk to someone else. I need to speak with someone else. And I see the desk sitting there, and the young lady is sitting behind and look like she observed everything. And as I'm going to walk over there, right, the lady just walked by that see me, that just told me what I was doing right, and what I need to do. And she looked at me like because I just told you now you finna go over there to her. Yes, I'm going over there to her. So I went over there to her and I sat down and I'm like, you know what? I told her point blank. She did not even give me a chance to say what it is that I need to say. And I need to say what it is that I need to say. And she says, what do you need help with? And I explained everything to her. And she basically said everything that the other lady said. She said, you're doing it right. She said, you're doing just fine. And she said, just go ahead and do that. And then we're done, right? I'm sitting up there looking at her like, there was something else that I wanted to add. And I'm telling her there is something else. It was snatched right at that time. Right at that time, while she was talking, it was just, whoop, it was gone. And I said, I'm sorry, but there was something else I wanted to say, but I'm sorry. And she said, but you're doing fine. You're doing it right. You're doing okay. And I said, thank you. And I went past that lady, and she was still looking at me like, because she knew what I had did. I had second guessed her. It wasn't that. I just need to put myself out there in my words and explain myself. So I leave and I'm walking down the sidewalk and I'm going to cut across this field to go home. So I cut across this field to go home. And as I'm walking to the area where I'm going to have to go down, when I look over to my right on the upper level, I can see a bear, like on the mountain on the side. He's a bear sitting there. And I have to go past him. But once I go down, go right, and go past him, he's sitting up high. If I do that in a gentle manner, it should not, it should not disturb him. So as I get to the cliff, and the edge, it's not a cliff, but it's a little edge where I'm going to go down, like you can say valley or whatever. It's not the ditch where you're going to go down. It's not that bad, but I'm going to go down. I look down, and it's water. It is water about maybe, I don't know, it looked like it could be like maybe close to 2 inches of water just sitting there, sitting water on the ground, right? And I'm like, I don't want to go through this water, the path that I need to go in. I don't want, I will go in front of the bear, but not walking in the water. So I turn around and I look to back because I'm just going to go all the way back to the sidewalk. And I mean, literally go way out my way to go around and go home. And I see Michael cutting through the field. There's a guy here. His name is Michael. Cutting through the field. And I'm like, I don't want to hear his academia. He loves to tell his academia. I don't want to hear it. So, and he's singing. It's like an Irish or a Celtic or whatever. You know the words, but they're singing. It's all loud, and he's just singing a song, walking as he go, all happy, coming toward me and everything. And I'm like, no, I'm not hearing his stories today. So, as I was getting ready to turn back and try to just go ahead and do more, I see a lion. A distance away to the right of him, there is a lion. Great, that's all that I need. Now there's a lion. So I'm like, oh my God, why don't I just wait for him to catch up with me just in case the lion notices me? At least we can come up with something together. The lion noticed me. Oh my God. The lion started running toward me, and with the time that I could see him running toward me, Michael then turned around, and I see him, and here he's walking back the other way. He then went back the other way, walked, just didn't abandon me. I know he saw me. He's looking directly at me, but he saw the lion. He went back that way. So the lion comes up to me, and as it was before it could get to me, I'm like, you know what? If it's over, it's over. I'm not doing this. If my life, I was not ready to leave right now, but if he's gonna kill me, he's gonna kill me. And he gets right up to me, and it's a male because he got all the hair. The mane is there, and he gets right up to me, smell my hand, got my hand is in his mouth, my hand is on his big tooth, and I'm like, okay, it's over. And he just all happy and everything. The lion didn't do anything. And I'm like, okay. So I saw Michael then left. So I look ahead and I like go, I just gotta go this way. And I look and I'm like, okay, so there's a little bit of walk. This is not as bad as what I thought. It won't be as bad as what I thought. Right? And so I get ready to go and the lion's coming. I don't know. I guess that's my new friend. And he's trapping, and I get ready to go and I wake up. So last night, or yeah, it was early this morning, a little bit after 12. By the time I got ready to go to bed, it was after 12. I was upset with the Lord, with Jesus. I'm not going to say why, but I was really disappointed and upset with him. So I was like, you know what, Lord? And when I cross over, I'm living with Paul. Okay, I'll just be in the St. Paul community. Okay, this is the way I was talking. I was just really hurt and upset. And I just right now, it's not like it's a big secret. I just the video be too long. And so what I think it interprets to in the when we all in the office, my situation was gambling. I have it worked out where I'm actually viewing gambling as a game. I will not overdo it, and I have not been doing it for some months now. It's just been cut. There are many days I don't even do it at all, but I keep it as a game, right? And so that was approved. And so when I was going across the field, what that's going to be is that in February, after 7 years, February 2022, I'm moving from this complex, this apartment complex. I'm getting rid of a lot of furniture and things like that. And the little bit will be in storage. And I would have to be on my kids' sofa again because, they're in the bedroom apartment, and I'm not putting anybody out their bedrooms. I will be on the sofa again. That's not going to be easy. And the reason why I'm doing this is I have no money. I have no money. I have $1,000. I have scratched up $1,000 in my account. That's not anything, right? And everything that you can think of will come up this year, 2021. Everything that you could think of came up. My battery died. I had to get the maintenance to look at that. It was like $295 when it was done because they have a charge initially set before they do anything when they come to your car. And then it was like I had to do my tax, right? Then it was tax money. It was all kinds of stuff that you could think of was just eating the money away, right? Things come out of areas that you just don't think of, right? And so when I started the year with a little bit over 2,000, it was gone. I was down to like 6 or 7. I had scratched up to 1,000. That tells me I can't do this another year. So I have, and I'm ready to go. After 7 years, I'm ready to go. And it's not even that. It is just the fear of what I'm living off, the money that I'm living off with my ex. That can just, if that can go away any day now. And then you're sitting up here, you got to break the lease, and then you got to, and the stress of living with that, right? No. So I decided it's just best for me to just go ahead and let go of the apartment. And that way, if anything, if I'm blessed and nothing horrible happens, I can accumulate money and save. Then you can have money for a down payment here, security, whatever. It's just that I don't want to be a burden to them because once you let management know, you don't know if they're going to increase their rent, right? And I told them if they do, then I would pay that portion. And the girls are okay with that. And so that's the end. So it's just telling me that that path, because I asked the Lord to help. It's an angel that I need to go through all this. It's not going to be easy. I just need assistance, and that's what the lion is for, right? So anyway, I wanted to share that every now and then. It doesn't have to be a big, great, fancy, intellectual, like riveting dream. I like to come on every now and then. That way, I'm still alive and I'm still here. So anyway, have a great day and take care of yourself.